When I was young, a lot of people around me died, but I didn't really pay attention to it as a child. I was slightly scared when people around me died because I didn't understand the concept of death. This is different from my current concept of death. I get upset, but not scared. I'm not scared of my own death. I'm actually more scared I'm not going to die since I've been around so long. In Iran, the kind of funeral arrangement that someone has depends on the family's income. The more income you have, the better the ceremony is. However, there are also some families that have money but are stingy and don't want to spend their money on the dead. After someone dies, the body is taken to a center where the body gets washed by volunteers. After they clean the body, they wrap it in a white sheet and tie the end of it so that the body is not exposed. After this ritual, they put the body in the casket and take the casket to the graveyard. At the graveyard, all of the departed's friends and family are there. An imam, an Islamic leader, says prayers over the body, and then the body is removed from the casket and put into the grave. Once the body is in the grave, they pour the soil directly on top of the body wrapped in the white cloth. People stay for hours and hours and pray, cry, and eat together. Either the same day or a few days later, they come back and put the gravestone on the grave. 1 week later, friends and family meet at the house of the closest kin and continue to eat, pray, and cry together. They repeat this ritual 40 days after the death and also 1 year after the death. If you are close to the person who has died, you wear black for up to 6 months. If not, you wear black for up to a month. After my inevitable death, I want my children to take care of me and invite everyone I know. I want food to be provided, and I want a beautiful gravestone. I would like to print a Quran for everyone in attendance at my funeral. After I die and all of the funeral ceremonies have occurred, I want all of my kids to come together and divide all of my belongings peacefully and equally. I don't want anybody to wear black after a week. But I also don't want my kids to make too much noise outside so the neighbors don't wake up. I just want everybody to get along. The only person who knows what happens after death is God, because He is the one who decides. The physical body just decomposes and turns to dust. In the Islamic faith, if you do good things with your time on earth, then you go into heaven when you pass. However, if you do bad things, then you go to hell. If you do get to go to heaven, after a while, God decides if you get to be reincarnated and sent back to earth. To the extent that I could, I tried to be a good person in order to go to heaven. But because I didn't get a good academic education, I'm scared that I didn't do the best things with my life, and I may end up in hell. My mother and my father died. My brother died. My stepmother died. My husband died. My daughter-in-law died. And 2 of my uncles have died. When they died, I had a lot of grief and sorrow on my heart. I pray for them daily, and I hope that they are resting in peace. I wish that I had treated them better. I wish that I had treated them well enough. I want to remember them as much as I can. For any of my loved ones who pass away, I wish to take care of their funeral arrangements and ensure a positive life after death. For my family who has lost loved ones, I feel all of the sadness in the world in my heart. It broke my heart for the rest of my family. I was grief-ridden. I think of loved ones who have passed when I eat food that they love, when I see reminders in my life or around the house. They're always on my mind. The most important things in my life are the health and happiness of my kids. Another thing that's very important to me is my independence. I'm 86 years old and I live on my own and I don't need anybody to take care of me, and that brings me great happiness.